Thank you for everybody's input today. It's clear we have a council with heart that wants to see good results in everything we do. I feel something is missing in this discussion, and part of it is results. I think a large part of it is results. And I wanted to raise a couple of items. The situation has become worse over time. More suffering, more deaths, more frustration from our residents who want to see this situation improve. We're told that 8 out of 10 folks who are suffering are Indigenous, and a good percentage of them are not even Regina residents. I have a couple questions that I will ask with the utmost sensitivity, and I ask from a position of ignorance and with all my heart. And I'm willing to learn if my colleagues want to teach me. So here are my questions. What is the reason we have not heard from our city Indigenous department, which receives $2 million of city taxes every year? We haven't heard from them at executive committee last week. We haven't heard from them in council today. And secondly, what is the reason we have not heard from our Indigenous partners in and around Regina?
Mr. Nicol, go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll speak to the first part with respect to the Indigenous Relations Department. Ms. Lowe was here last week during the executive committee. I don't believe she was asked any questions, but she's an internal resource. That department works with every other department and division in the city. So she's consulted on everything. She and her staff review a number of things. She sits at the executive leadership table as an advisor. So she's been brought into the tent since I assumed this role on April 30th. So we are doing everything we can to bring the focus of our Indigenous department and the files and the relationships that it holds to the forefront so that it is important. I don't know if Ms. Burton can speak to the external elders and other entities that she may have dealt with.
Go ahead.
Thank you. And through the chair, I believe in the communications and engagement section of the report, it outlines the discussions that were had on the encampment response protocol that's presented in the report with the Elders Advisory Committee, as well through the encampment response protocol in our community safety and well-being table. We do have conversations with organizations that are Indigenous-led, places like the Friendship Center and Regina Treaty Status Indian Society. All of those organizations we're in regular contact with. And I believe Mr. Slater has more to add.
Mr. Slater, go ahead.
Through the chair, I would add that engagement alongside our Indigenous community is of utmost important when we're developing these plans that are put before you. The Community Safety and Well-Being Plan had thorough engagement with the Indigenous community, including meetings with men elders, women elders, our service providers, nonprofit organizations. There were organizations that went into ceremony before consulting on the plan. So we feel very proud of the engagement that we've done in advising those plans, and Ms. Burton spoke to the specific engagement around the encampment response strategy.
So why haven't we heard from them as delegates? We hear from all the screaming voices all the time. What about the people who are so important to us? Why can't they come here and speak to us heart to heart? Are you asking us just to trust you? Let's go, or I don't understand. Because all I hear is let's grow the bureaucracy and we'll fix this. I don't think you're getting a lot of trust from us today. We want to trust you and we want to solve this. So let's get to the bottom of it. And I think one of those things is the majority of people who are suffering need to come here and talk to us, or us to go and see them, whatever works. Maybe I'm just too altruistic, but it makes sense to me that everything else that we do, we have delegates talk to us about their position on matters, and this one we don't. and it's a big one.
Mr. Nicol, go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. Very difficult question to address fully and satisfactory, Councillor. We certainly have interested parties, various stakeholders that come here. I'm not sure if you're suggesting that some of the homeless come here and speak to us,
No,
but that just wouldn't work. I mean, they would feel particularly vulnerable.
that's not what I'm saying.
Certainly, there's lots of groups, but perhaps they feel much more comfortable working behind the scenes or quietly. A lot of people don't like to come here. As in, I don't have an easy answer for this. We go to people and engage with them where they are, and we'll engage with everybody that wants to be a part of this. I'm just not exactly sure who you think is missing right now.
Oh, I thought it was clear. If my people are suffering, I want to come and talk to you.
And
So if
okay.
Indigenous people are suffering, I want to hear from Indigenous folks. The
And-
chiefs, the people who might help us with the answers.
Councillor, I think, just to be fair, we can't make people come to council to talk to us, so I think we have to be
Understood.
respectful that, I think from what I'm hearing from administration, they're saying we do our best to engage with people, them accurately here. I think that's, if I'm hopefully representing that accurately, I think that's what we're trying to say.
I think that's fair. The only thing I would respectfully offer is every member of council is certainly open to encouraging the various First Nations leaders that they know across the city or the province, bend their ear.
Yeah.
Impress upon them the importance of having them here speaking to you. Because there are a series of one-off meetings, and they may not be about this matter, but as we've heard, the number of Indigenous people that are affected by homelessness, and with, some people live on reserve, some off, but the responsibility of the band still stands as far as I understand. And I think I think the question you're asking for is a bit more of a political one, in the sense that you have to tap the elected counterparts and encourage them to come to us, and then perhaps they can open the doors for administration to speak.
Thank you.
Hold on,
Sorry.
is a point of order or a clarification?
I'm trying to.
Because we can't make a statement.
Clarification, sure.
Okay.
I just want to clarify it, because I think this is important for the relationships we have in our community, and I believe this is a question asked in good faith by Councillor Tsiklis. Is the engagement with Indigenous folks and resources allocated in the report? I just want to clarify that. Like, that has been presented to us. Has that information been put there? Just want to make sure that, just want to clarify that.
Ms. Bryden?
Through the chair, if I can clarify your question, are you saying, are the recommendations and the conversation in the report, has that been represented to our Indigenous elders and community?
Yes, so
Yes.
yeah, what we've been doing with them, and then the resources we're allocating to continue doing that.
Absolutely.